Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 80 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Just getting logged into my Thaumcraft world here. You can see a lot of taint corruption going on, not quite as much as I'd really hoped for, but that's alright. I think this will be enough for my little railway tour thing that I'm going to finish up in this episode, I hope. So I have a lot to get done, so I want to get started ASAP, and then I'll be finishing up the railway roller coaster system, doing a couple other cool things, and then I have some interesting plans for what I want to move on to in the next couple episodes once I've got this railway finished. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, I think the first thing I want to do is grab myself one of those books that I made an episode or two back. I'm trying to remember which bag I put it in. Here's a bunch of them. Cool. Let's make one linking book that's going to take me right here, where I'm at right now. Linking book to the Age of Magic, and this is where my railway system is going to land. Okay, I want to land right about here, I guess. And I'll probably try and put down some rails right up here. I might need to set up a little bit of a railway or something. And I have a couple plans on how this is going to work. I need my boarding tracks and probably my holding tracks. And who knows what else. Maybe even a detector track might be a good plan. Alright, so I can't place rails directly on leaves, so that's not a big deal though. I'm just going to kind of, build my railway system like so. That'll just lead straight down to here. Cool. That doesn't look half bad. And I wanted to kind of lead down to this area and maybe zip along and check out some of the things that I built in my Age of Magic. So we'll swing by this neat little thing. So I'm just going to kind of build out where I'm going to have the rails wind up being. But for now, let's just build it out with cobble. And I'll check out this interesting little farming area I've got. And I think that might even look better from the sky. So you can see me just building up here. Oh yeah, this looks good. We'll just kind of zip along. And you can see the whole little farm that I've got built and everything. Now I did grab my holding tracks for a specific purpose, and you'll see what that is in a few minutes here. But it's kind of a workaround for what might be a minor issue. And then from here I kind of want to zip on down and check out my tainted area over there. So let's see how I want to make my way over to that tainted farm area. Maybe I could just have one of those booster tracks again that just zip me across to the sky and land straight across on the other side. So let's figure out exactly where this is. And maybe I'll transmute this into something fancier looking in a minute. But we're at 178, 318. So I need to stay on Z318 over here. So let's see what we got. Maybe right over to here. That looks like a good spot as any, right? Yeah, look at that. Cool. So hopefully I can just time my little system here to land right in this general area. And then we'll kind of zip on down. Okay. How's that sound? So give me a few minutes here just to build out the rest of my cobblestone railway, and then I'm going to craft a couple more items and get ready to start laying out the tracks, and then we'll give it a little test. Alright, let's take a look at this thing so far. I've been just transmuting the stuff directly into some fancier looking blocks. And I'm hoping to land right about here with my track. So we're going to have to test it and see exactly where I land. But then as soon as I land, I want to trigger a detector track. That's going to detect that, a minecart's going over it. And then I'm going to run some redstone wiring for that in a second. But what I want to do is wind up having probably a boarding track right here. Okay, and what that's going to do for me is basically just give me a little bit of a pause so that the world can load around me, because we are loading to another dimension, and that'll just kind of hold my character in place for a few seconds. I'm going to have a timer system set up with red power to hold me in place, and then it's just a matter of zipping along here. Don't know if I'll have enough momentum to keep me going forward, so I might need a few more of the speed up tracks, but we'll see what happens. For now, we should be in good shape, and then just zip along here. Get a little tour of my Age of Magic, some of the cool things that I've built in here so far. And then we're going to hopefully be able to zip along and get shot off in another direction over here. So this track here is going to be that thing that launches me, the launcher track. Once I get launched by the launcher track, straight over to here, I'll land in what's going to be this little platform and zip along straight down to here. Now I think I've got a few more tracks in my inventory, but we're probably going to have to head to the overworld and get myself a few more. Not a big deal though. But zip on straight down here. Check out my little tainted forest area, which was a lot harder to build than I thought it might be. And then we'll kind of zigzag around here and have some fun with that. So how about I go get some more tracks made in the overworld, and I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Back with some more rails. What I want to wind up doing real quick is set up that logic gate system that I told you guys about a second or two ago. Let's real quick sleep through this night. I've got myself a timer, or actually a state cell is what I grabbed. I think the state cell is probably the best one to use. It's going to be a simple and straightforward little setup, but I do need to grab from my alchemy bags, whichever one has the red alloy wiring in it. There it is. Perfect. Alright, so basically what I want to have happen is once a cart travels over this thing, I want to have a state cell get triggered, and I think in order for that to happen, I want this guy to sit like this. Is it that way? I always forget which side I need to have the signal appear from. I don't think it's the back, but we'll figure it out in a second. I remember it's always not what I expect. For some reason, I just have a mental break on that. Let's also grab a rail cart real quick in case I don't have one. Drop the rail there somehow. Alright, what do I have in here? There we go, I do. Good. So hopefully, I should be able to give this guy a little bit of a nudge. Did that not want to activate? Alright, let me remember how this thing works real quick. Okay, so what I want to have it do is activate on that side. And then it should trigger a pulse on that side of the wiring. So if I just grabbed some red alloy wire, I should be able to run it along to here, and then eventually hit up with this thing. So that's where I want to get it to. So if I just place down a few pieces of cobble here, maybe I'll pretty it up in a bit. Yeah, this ought to work. Let's see. Hopefully that'll activate it. Now I've got it set on a, let's make it a 3-second timer, and it should work with just any rail car traveling over it, so it doesn't have to have me in it. So let's do that. Come on, a little bit more. As soon as it travels over, it should activate the timer, and then once the timer ticks, it'll let the rail car continue along. Perfect! Alright, let's see what happens when I'm riding it now. Because I want to see if I have enough momentum or if I need a little bit more. So I'll get stopped for a second, let the world load around me, and then whoosh, off I go. That's kind of neat. Oh yeah, see? Plenty of momentum. Good. Alright, let me go get the rail thingy that's going to send me flying across the world. Alright, now this is going to require a little bit of fine-tuning, but we'll see how it goes. I just want to place this guy down and maybe grab my crowbar and adjust the boost setting. So let's see, where's that crowbar at? Let's make it like, I don't know, 17. Randomly chosen number. And I'm just going to fly right over to here and give this guy a boost to try. Now, I do want to test my book thing in just a minute, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so hold for a second and then launch. Dun-dun-dun. Cool. Off in this direction. Zipping along. Not terribly fast, but that's okay. This is kind of a tour, remember? Oh, right. Ha! Same thing I forgot last time. Redstone signal. Alright, once more. And this, like I said, might require a little bit of fine-tuning, but we'll figure it out. Perfect. Redstone pulse tick. And I think that's a decent delay, but we'll have to test it with the whole, age launching thing. And away we go! Was 17 enough? Not quite. Maybe bump it up to like 25 or something like that. I'm going to do a little bit of tweaking and testing off camera, and then I'll be back. Alright, I think I've got it close right now. It's set to 29, which is almost the max, but 30 is an option. I think we might be hitting the sweet spot here with 29, though. Let's see. Whoosh, off we go, and down, 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 down. Alright, perfect. 29 it is. Cool. Alright, I'm going to finish up this railway and be right back. Alright, here goes nothing. Let's see how well this works. And then, of course, the ultimate test will be if my linking book drops me in the right spot. I'm hoping it does. I probably should have tested that more before building this whole long, complicated railway, but don't worry. I can. It won't be too much of a problem to fix it if I need to. Whoosh! Riding through my dark, enchanted forest. Cool. I'm liking it. And it's already spreading a lot more, so that's good. And here is our destination for this age, and then I want to travel to a new age. So now let's go ahead and test this out. And look, there's some weird tainted fruit, uncommon tainted artifact. Neat. So much cool stuff here. I want to turn this thing back on too before I leave because I want to produce more taint. Yeah. There we go. That'll let just a little bit more taint get produced in this area. Wahaha. Wow, it's really actually spreading pretty well so far. I might even want to move a few more pieces of this around. And back to the Age of Rails. Remember this place? Alright, now we've got a few more things I want to do here. But for now, let's go place the linking book we created in the portal frame that's way back off in this direction. So let's see where we at. Should have it. There it is. Perfect. So you want to test the whole thing and see if it works all right? I do. All right, here we go. Testing this portal frame number 1. Activate the cart recall, jump in the cart, and away we go at high speeds. I do like the high-speed rails, by the way. I can't wait to start using these in my multiplayer. Slow down and up the ramp we go. Dun 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 dun. Having a blast. And along this pathway, zipping down and jump. Whoosh. And it's because of the effect right now, where the world has to load around me, that I decided to do that little pause effect and then age. And into the portal we go. Whoosh. Saving chunks, building terrain. Cross your fingers that I land perfectly. Alright, I like it. Now the only thing I needed to do really is probably, instead of that, we should grab from here and take a look at doing probably our boarding track again. That'll be a good idea. We should probably put something on it to force it to be active. I wasn't sure if I would need that extra kick or not, and hey, don't drop the white bag. That's an important bag. There we go. Perfect. Now when this thing lands on this age, that's exactly what it'll do. Alright. Perfect. Cool. Alright, so that looks good to me. Now, let's get another bunch of crystal. Do I have some more of this stuff in here? I know I put it somewhere, either in this bag or the orange one. Hopefully enough to build yet another portal frame. Oh yeah, plenty. Alright, let's take our crystal and head off in this direction because I want to build yet another portal frame. Haha. It doesn't have to be too terribly large. It can actually be pretty small. That might be enough, but we'll find out. And then, of course, I need the, portal thingy, the book receptacle. And let's go to the next age that we're going to visit on our age tour. Dun dun dun. Going back to visit the Nexus. Now, remember, I'm having a few issues with the wireless redstone in this age, but put this on creation mode because people keep telling me to fix that one missing block there. Much better now. Woot. Let's see if this thing wants to reset. No, it does not. Alright, I'll have to go reset it manually. Yeah, for some reason the wireless redstone in this age is misbehaving a little bit, so I might have to change it up and stop using wireless redstone. But I want to go visit the mob grinder age. That's the next stop on the age tour that I'm going to be doing here. Let's just get that up and running. I need to make sure I have my book ready, and then I have to go pick out a nice spot to land in my mob grinder age. Cool. So I'm going to need another detector track here. I'm going to need another boarding track or two. Probably another state cell, but that won't be a big deal. I'll make sure to get that. And some more linking books. Cool. Let's jump on through. Alright, here we are in the Mob Grinder age. This place was pretty cool. I was pleased with this age and how well it turned out. I'm thinking I might want to maybe tour the outside edge of this age and just kind of zip along. It's not too interesting, to be honest with you, because it's mostly just a big marble room from the outside. And if I were to put lights or glass on the side there, it would kind of defeat the purpose of the age. So having like glass on the outer edges here would not work out too well. Give me a minute or two to think this through. How's this look, guys? Not too bad, right? So this is going to be where I land in my age here. Now again, I want to have it be like a little bit of a fall effect. So let's just zip upwards a little bit and maybe land like right around here. I think this will work. I'm going to craft my linking book, right like so. And now I've got the linking book to my Mob Grinder age, and I should land right like so. Perfect. I'm going to want the boarding track again to be right here, followed by another track or two. And then maybe just my detector track, followed by normal tracks, another boarding rail, and normal tracks again. Cool. Alright, I'm going to go get a state cell from my overworld and be back. And here we go again. So the state cell combination set up with the same exact layout to this block here. And just to make it pretty, where's my mercurial eye? Just to transmute it all into marble. Beautiful. Come on. There we go. So that should work again. And just as a demonstration, let's test it out real quick. Let's make it another 3-second delay. This age is not terribly complex, so it shouldn't take too long to load. Alright, there we go. And then the state cell goes and pulses. Perfect. I saw the cart track pulse, so now we're in good shape. I'm going to continue to build out the rest of the roller coaster in this age, but again, that's a little bit boring at this point. You guys have seen me building enough roller coaster tracks that I'm going to do that a little bit off camera. And then it'll be a little bit of a surprise when I come back to see how it looks. Alright guys, you ready to try it out? Alright, all I did was build the track. You didn't miss anything terribly exciting, I assure you. But into the cart we go, and let's see where it takes us. Whoosh! Straight down here, underneath the little mob grinder thing. Pretty cool, so I can see all the wiring and neat complicated stuff that I did under there. And then straight up to this elevator rail, because I want to get to the top of the track. And it should bounce me right up there, and along we continue. Whoosh! And this is going to be the exit. Boom. Cool. Another Mistcraft portal, please. I just need to get the Mistcraft crystals. Man, I'm having fun with this. Alright, let's put it like right here. And I should test the height thing. I'm pretty sure this is tall enough. But I should test it at some point. But that really should be enough. And we should also test, the last piece. Maybe we should just do the whole ride in succession and see how it turns out. So, got our crystal thingy there. That's cool. Let's head back to the Age of Rails, where I'm going to take my minecarts, put them in the thing, and see how it all works out. But first off to the Age of Magic to put the linking book I created into the portal in this age. So let's see. Should probably sleep through the night. Alright, linking book to the mob grinder, right into the portal. So hopefully that should be enough. Right? I just pop right through there, and then I should land right on the track where I want to be. Whoosh, just like that. Perfect. We'll see how it goes. Ready for a full-blown test? Alright, let's do it. Into the Age of Rails, courtesy of the overworld. Make sure to have my 2 minecarts ready, because I want to place them back where they belong. And let's give this thing a full-blown test. Okay? Here goes nothing. As soon as I get in this thing, we're ready to go. Whoosh, away on the high-speed rails. Nice and fast. Up the elevator. Across the ravine, courtesy of the launching track. Whoosh. Landing right in front of a portal gun portal that's going to teleport me straight across the age to another spot where I'm going to zip on down and land into a crystal portal at the bottom of this lake. Boof. Should land in the Age of Magic. And wait for a second or two for the age to generate around me. Hopefully that's enough time. Could always bump up that timer tick a little bit. But no, that looks like it worked out pretty well, actually. Everything continues along. Straight across the world into my tainted forest, which is getting more tainted by the minute. And then through, with some tainted fruit, this portal, which will take us straight over to... Uh-oh. Alright, I think I should test this out a little bit more carefully. Where's my mercurial eye here? Let's do this. Just give myself a little bit more breathing room here to make sure that if I jump into this age... I don't know why that happened, to be honest with you. Everything seemed to be going good in my tests, but for whatever reason, that was weird. So let's maybe bump this out even a little bit more, just to make sure there's plenty of room. And I want to try that out again, because that really should have worked better than it did. So I'm going to hop through the Age of Magic, get myself a minecart, and jump through there again. Alright, you guys ready? Here's a manual test of what I just did. A little bit slow, but that's okay. Mob Grinder Age. Traveling, traveling, traveling. Where the heck did this take me? Alright, that's a problem. I don't know where I am. I'm going to have to use an emergency book. I call that a bug. Oh, there I am. How'd I get all the way the heck over here? I'm really not in the right position. Alright, let's try making a new linking book here, just because this doesn't make any sense. I'm going to try and make it here again. Alright, that's definitely a bug, because when I used that book without a minecart, I was in the right spot. Remember, I landed perfectly? So, yeah, not sure why that happened. Let's create a new one. Linking book to the mob grinder. I'll be back. Alright, new mob grinder book placed in there. I've got another one in here. Let's see where this takes me. I'm going to travel manually. Perfect, right where I wanted to land. Alright, I'm going to throw this extra book, which for whatever reason wasn't working, in there, and let's try this again. Alright everyone, cross your fingers. Here we go, riding the minecart through the portal, and hopefully it doesn't send me somewhere weird. It did it again. How strange is that? And this time I tested it and I came out in a totally different spot. A little bit, yeah, weird. Maybe because I have forward momentum when I go through the crystal portal? Because when I'm going through the portal in the other age, it works just fine, but I only have downward momentum. And it looked like when I was going through that portal a little bit slower last time, I was a little bit less farther away. Alright, I'm going to test this with no forward momentum. Alright, so here's a roundabout way of testing this to find out if my theory about this thing having a problem when I'm in position. So I'm just going to come to a stop right here, and then I'm going to put the link book portal in like that. And it should cause me to travel immediately, and hopefully land in the right spot. See? Yes, that's what it is. So if you're moving at a high velocity when you travel through those portals, you might land in the right spot. Interesting. Alright. Sounds like I'm going to need to do a little bit of magic. Alright, so let's give this a try. I made myself a couple transposers real quick with the items I had in my inventory. I'm going to place my mob linking book grinder thingy right here. And I'm going to need probably the following items. I need my pneumatic tubes. Where are they at? Probably the orange bag. Pneumatic tubes. Perfect. Alright, so what we want to do here probably is the following. Just connect that up like that. Alright, so that'll quickly be able to place the item in there. And then if I place another transposer like so, and then connect this guy like this, that should almost be perfect, right? I'm going to need another state cell probably. So, yeah, because we're going to want to pulse this guy, and then like a split second later. I want to try this out real quick. Let's put a redstone pulse like this, and a lever. So we're basically going to want to pulse it twice. Alright. Give me a second. Alright, for that I think we could use a state cell and a timer. Cool. Let's go back to the Age of Magic and give that a shot. Here we go. All I should have to do is set up a timer with a 2-second delay. Like, how come you're not getting placed? Timer doesn't like to sit on taint? Of course it doesn't. Alright. We can resolve that pretty easily. I wonder if I can transmute this stuff? How about with Mercurial Eye? Is that possible? Probably not advisable, but worth a shot. Nope. Alright, I'm going to have to use the old Shovel of Renewal to dig this stuff up. Where's that thing at? I should have one in here somewhere. Shovel of Renewal, for those of you who don't know, is capable of digging up stuff like this. Let's put some of this junk away that I don't need at the moment. It's one of the few things, actually, that can dig up taint. Okay. So now, and taint won't corrupt cobblestone either. Cool. So I should only have to place down a timer. Nope, wrong one. Timer. It puts the book in, and then 2 seconds later pulls the book out. And this guy can sit like this. And I'll need my Sonic. Okay. And maybe like that. With a delay of about 4.5 seconds. Cool. With a detector track here. Probably need a NOT gate. Probably do. Definitely need a NOT gate, which means I'm going to need my detector track to be back one to here. Okay. Let me go get a NOT gate real quick. Alright, there we go. NOT gate's ready. Put that guy down, and then my state cell, wherever you're at. Cool. With the sonic screwdriver in it, we'll do this. Alright, so what this should do now, and I want to probably let this go once. Let's put a manual control lever here, just in case we ever need to. Alright, so that should work pretty well. What we should have happen now is testing minecart layout. Let's do it. I'm just going to ride it through. As soon as I go over the line here, stop and travel. Alright, and what's going to happen is once I go back to the Age of Magic, the state cell will finish itself and pull the book back out so that it's ready next time I want to ride this little train. Oh, and there's a creeper on the track. That is funny. Yeah, maybe I should set up some kind of lights or something to prevent that from happening. Who'd have thunk? I would have thought the lights from up here would be bright enough. I guess not. Alright, let's test that once more. So it would have landed there, and then we'll ride the minecart through. Whoosh. Hopefully this time without a creeper on the track. You can see I just placed some torches around. Beautiful. Get to see a little view of everything. I like it. Looking nice. And then we continue along, and we'll wind up going through this portal, where I'm going to have the landing destination probably... Maybe I want to change up the way this portal works then. Alright, how's that look for a portal shape? That ought to do. Alright, now where do I want this to wind up? Well, let's go find out. Alright, so here I am back in my Age of Rails. Let's clear out a little bit of land here for me to land in. This should be a good spot. This might be enough space, but we'll see what happens. But basically what I want to wind up happening is land somewhere like around here, okay? And head off in this direction. I might need another detector rail. I think I'm out of them too, aren't I? Oh no, I have one more. Perfect. Ha! Nice. Maybe place that guy right here. And put this thing like to here. But I want this to go this way when it hits here. And for that, I think I want a switch track thingy. This thing. Yeah, switch track. Cool. This should work. And a crowbar can adjust it so that it works like that. And hopefully the way this will work, if I'm right, by the way, should probably run some more of this stuff. I don't know if redstone signal affects the switch track. We'll find out though. Perfect. It does not. And then what should happen now is if this minecart goes off in this direction, it should land right underneath that thingy. Perfect. And I can set up a redstone alloy wire thing like this. Cool. I'm probably going to want a delay there, but, you know, I can go make a quick state cell for that. I'll probably do that off camera in just a minute. But what this should do is it should zip along. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm going to need this to be a state cell because I need to wait for that cart to get under. Otherwise, we'll have a problem. I'll be right back. There we go. New state cell for this guy. All right. Age of rails, please. So what we want to basically have happen here is about a split-second delay where it'll probably have to go here. Perfect. And we'll probably want our redstone wire to go like this. I expected you to go down, but like that. Okay, not terribly purty looking, but it should work for us. So let's place an extra cart in here, and this one will be our test cart. So we should zip along, have a split-second delay, and then it'll pick the cart back up for us. Beautiful. Now there's one more rail I want to make. All right, if we combine, say, and I'm going to have to get my mercurial eye here to get something back. Much better. If we combine, say, a pressure plate with a redstone and a stone rail bed, and come on, where's those items I'm waiting for? I gave you plenty of time to make these. There they are, finally showed up, the last three that I needed. I wanted to make a disembarking track. Now, as far as I understand it, what this thing should do is if you drive over the track, you should wind up getting kicked off the cart. So let's see what happens. Alright, we'll probably want a powered track here that we'll land on. This guy can be the disembarking track that's going to kick me off. And, yeah, that looks pretty cool. Why don't I also grab a redstone torch that'll just sit underneath that powered track for me all the time. Beautiful. So now if I'm riding this thing, it should work perfectly. The last thing I'll need to do is get myself a book and get ourselves the linking book to the Age of Rails, which hopefully it will place me in the right spot. I won't have too much momentum when I'm going through my area. So let's head to the overworld, to the mob grinder age, using a book I created just to make quick travel back and forth easy. Place the Age of Rails book in here, and then grab a minecart and give it a try. Do I have a minecart on me? No, I think I put them all away, didn't I? Well, this is going to be a bad test because our thingy's full, but oh well. Let's ride it through. Did you stop for some reason, or what the heck? Alright, well, I landed in the right spot, so that's good. How about we ride this thing the whole way through to fruition and see how lucky we are. Alright, you ready? Here goes nothing. Riding the entire roller coaster. Push the button, eject the cart, jump in, and ride the high-speed rails all the way down this long, cool-looking tunnel. Courtesy of my Railcraft tunnel bore. Up the elevator rails. Elevator rails are awesome, by the way. And then continue along these neat little tracks to a launcher track where I get shot across the distance. You can see my destination down there is a portal gun portal. Whoosh, right through that. And then I fall very far onto another track with a little bit more falling into a river, a big whole lake, with a Mistcraft portal that teleports me straight to my Thaumcraft age. Whoosh. Hold on for a few seconds while the Age World loads around me, and then we continue along, checking out some of the Thaumcraft age that we made here, some pretty neat contraptions, a few nice places, and another launcher rail to send me all the way over to that deep and dark tainted forest. This place is getting worse every day, but it's really cool looking, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to spread some more taint in this area for sure. And then as I pass over this rail, I have to wait a second, and I'll get teleported to the mob grinder age. Dun dun dun. Hopefully no creepers on the track this time, but I landed in the right spot, so that's a good, thing. Give it another few second delay for the age to load around me, and then I can zoom straight down this roller coaster area. Check out the bottom of my mob grinder. Pretty cool. And back up the elevator rail again. Zip around here, and hopefully a good landing spot right over there. Poof. Land right here. I didn't get disembarked, but that's okay. Cart dispenser did its job, so that was cool. The cart dispenser picked up the cart while I was in it, so that's kind of neat. This thing didn't kick me off, though. I thought it should. Let's get one more and give that another try. What do you say? Oh, you know what? I bet he needs a redstone signal to kick me off. I bet that's it. I just noticed he had like a little bit of a red center there and it wasn't lit up, so let's try that again. Ta-da! Kicked off that time. Perfect. And we'll let that cart get picked up properly this time. Alright, so let's try that once more. Kicked off, and then the cart should get picked up. Beautiful. It works perfectly. And with that, I think this is a pretty good wrapping up point to episode 80. Don't forget, we've got a world download available now, so you can ride this neat little roller coaster and explore all the different ages that are part of the roller coaster ride. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out in the end here. I think it's a pretty neat little roller coaster. Plenty of cool sights to see. The tainted forest is still getting more and more tainted as time goes by, so hopefully in the next couple episodes, I'd like to spend a little more time with Thaumcraft making a few things. I have another idea for a red power frames contraption I want to try and build, and there's still a few other parts of Steve's carts and some other stuff I have in mind to build. And who knows, I would like to build another Rube Goldberg machine, but I have to come up with a good one. So this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 80, believe it or not. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and of course, take it easy.